do this thing. What is going on, my friends? It's Colin, and I'm doing a little moto vlog here this morning. This is actually the 4th day of my boys' getaway. We've been doing this for a few years now. I think this is the 4th in a row, and last couple of years has always coincided, it seems, with Father's Day weekend. So hope everyone had a great weekend, particularly the fathers out there, although really, let's be honest, I hope everyone had a good weekend. And it's been great. So I vlogged yesterday, or I attempted to, as we rode from Tadoussac, Quebec to Lamau Bay, which is where we stayed last night. Unfortunately, I equipped my GoPro, well, my E 4K Plus action camera with the wrong SD card before I left. I should have dumped footage, but I didn't. So it only had like 5 minutes of available space to record. I did record that, then I ran out. And it wasn't until we got back to the hotel room last night that I was able to swap it out. So I missed some of the more scenic riding yesterday. But it's a beautiful morning, it's chilly. And we are heading from Lamau Bay over to Saint-Simeon, Quebec, where we will take the ferry to Rivière-du-Loup and make our way home through whatever scenic route the boys have planned. Anyway, I can't even remember all the things that I talked about yesterday while my audio recorder was running, but my video camera was not. And if you're watching this part of the video, it means you're on YouTube. And I want to thank you for sticking around for all these years as I start up another season of moto vlogs to put in with my music vlogs as I tour, behind the scenes stuff. And I've also teamed up with Mama P Creative, who's based out of Ontario, originally Toronto. And we're going to do a series of videos for my music that will be kind of lyric videos, and I'm going to talk about what went into the song, the inspiration behind it and all that. So there's going to be lots of content of that sort coming here in the very near future. And I'm excited. Things are going well. We're heading into the summer season. This is kind of my weekend getaway. Then there's festivals and family vacations and all that, but I have no complaints. I'm very fortunate to be able to pursue what I'm doing for a living and trying to take the time to make music work, or music-related business work, as my primary source of income. That's largely thanks to the support of my partner. My wife is amazing, and the kids are older now, and they're very supportive, but also gaining their independence. So when I'm away from music, it's not so hard on the household, you know. I know it's still really hard, but it would be not possible really if the kids were a lot younger. Well, it'd be possible because I have friends that make it work, but it would be much more challenging. The timing was just perfect. So, you know, my family obviously is the most important thing in the world. It brings me a great deal of joy. Making music, which I get to do for fun and professionally. And these trips out on my motorcycle, really. And I'm fortunate to be able to do all of those things. That is not lost on me. So I'm probably going to talk, cut in and out. I might throw some music from my album up on the video if there's nothing to talk about. And that's just basically my way of gaming the system, because this channel has been demonetized for some time. Because I don't have the views anymore. I don't have the view hours for Google to allow me to monetize my channel. It's just obviously too much fuck around for them to administer. So, like, yeah, no ad revenue for you. However, if I put one of my songs on there, then I receive a copyright claim against the video automatically on my own behalf, which then allows the 2 or 3 cents of revenue that video generates to flow to me. Take that, Google. I'll probably get demonetized for saying that. Their algorithm is going to pick up on my words, which I have no doubt about. Anyway, we're now running along the coast of the St. Lawrence River. It's a gorgeous morning. I don't know how the video is going to turn out though, because we are riding into the sun, into the sunrise. Although the sun's been up for a few hours, so it's not too bad. And I just actually finished writing a song about riding off into the sunset. It was a line that came to me when we were actually on this trip last year, and we were on the last leg of our first day and hoping to reach our destination, which was the Nootka Lodge in, I think it's Woodville, New Hampshire. Awesome place, but the last, I'm going to say 20 miles or so, we were largely riding right into the sunset, and it was really hard on the eyes. So I thought that made a good line, and I didn't have a topic that was like really near and dear to me, but I do want to be able to sit down and write songs and still come up with something compelling. Frig, I'm going to have to vent my visor, so the audio might be a little bit sketchy in this vlog. Sorry about that. So anyway, that was cool. So I wrote this song, and it's going to sound really personal, I guess, when you hear it, but the truth be told, it isn't. I just kind of made something up, but I had some what I felt were strong lines. So I'm sure you guys are going to hear this song eventually. I think it's good enough to try, you know, at least do a acoustic performance and see what you think. Yeah, just to kind of summarize this trip, we left on Friday early. We just kind of pushed. We did a fair bit of highway riding that day, and we wanted to make it to our destination in Saguenay, the city of Saguenay. We were staying in Chicoutimi at the Motel Panoramic, and it was awesome. We stayed there for 2 nights, ordered pizza the first night, and then the second day, it rained on and off all day, and we didn't want to go out riding, you know, looking for scenic routes to ride, because when you're riding in the rain, it's pretty much just about getting to your destination. Your visibility's limited. You're always being very careful. So we just explored right around Saguenay, got a bite to eat, got some supplies, and we had a super chill day. We just sat around, talked, listened to music, played cards. It was awesome. We all needed it, and it was very welcome. And then yesterday, the weather cleared. We only got like a couple of like small showers throughout the day, and even that it was barely even noteworthy. So we took off from Chicoutimi and rode out to eventually to Alma. We rode out to the head of the head of the Saguenay River from Lac Saint Jean, and rode the entire length of the river on the north side to Tadoussac, Quebec. What I would say is that if you're planning a ride, we did not find the ride going from Chicoutimi to Alma, crossing the river and coming back the north side. We didn't find that part to be particularly compelling. And sorry guys, I gotta vent my helmet. So the audio won't be as good yet again. Anyway, that part of the ride was nice, but it wasn't anything to write home about. However, riding the north side of the Saguenay River out to Tadoussac and then crossing the ferry at Tadoussac, that was money. So if you're a motorcyclist and you're in Quebec, or you find yourself in Quebec, it's worth checking out. It's worth riding up here to do it. The day we came in, we took the fjord right on the south side of the Saguenay, which was also gorgeous. So had some great riding, great friends, great times. We stayed at the Petit Manoir du Casino, which is close to the casino in La Malbaie. Fuck, we're not going to make this pass. Shit. All right. Could've, should've. Alright. Hey! Alright. Sorry, back to what I was saying. We took the fjord route on the south side of the Saguenay River into Saguenay, and it was great. We got a bit of rain here and there, so we didn't get to fully explore all the views. But I think that if we were to do this again, we would not go out to Lac St. John and ride around. We would just take time exploring the fjord between sort of Chicoutimi and Tadoussac. Gorgeous riding. Beautiful part of the world. I think we lost one of our riders. That's not my responsibility, so we push on. They'll catch up. You noticed. Our road captain, Denis, has noticed the separation. Anyway, I'm probably not going to talk the whole time because we're just kind of inland from the St. Lawrence now. Might as well just chill. I also grabbed some footage from the ferry crossing in Tadoussac yesterday just with my phone. So if I can get that off the phone, I will insert it into this video. It's pretty
Right, we're here at, what is it? I forget what the place is called. Saint Rose du Nord, something like that. On the Saguenay River. Beautiful stop. We're on our way to Tadoussac, where I played a show at the end of my last tour, but we were there and it was like the first snowstorm of the year, so I'm looking forward to checking out Tadoussac in nice weather. Anyway, I'll catch you on the flip side. No, you don't. It's free. Oh, it is. Free ferry. We're just debating about the price of this ferry, which it's free. I know because I've taken it twice. Anyway, we're heading from Tadoussac over to the other side of the Saguenay River. We just rode the length of the Saguenay from, actually we left Chicoutimi on the south side, rode out to Alma, and then back down the Saguenay. But the ride from Chicoutimi on the north side of the Saguenay out to here at Tadoussac is money. Highly recommended. Anyway, I haven't done any filming on the bike, but I'll probably get to that soon. We've kind of had suspect weather. And I've been really fixated on listening to music. I'm listening to Awoke and Tomberlin, and it's been awesome. And I'm gonna throw some Isbell and some Lost Dogs Street Band on later. It was a good day. It's been a good weekend so far.
The second day of riding, I was just, anytime a one-liner would pop into my head, it's what I do sometimes when I'm trying to write songs, is I'll hop on the bike and then just try and think of lines while my mind is clear and I'm riding. And then when I stop, I try and put them down. Or occasionally I'll just turn on this audio recorder while I'm not filming for a vlog and just talk ideas, which hopefully then become songs. There are a few speed trap towns along here. Well, they're just towns where the speed zone limit goes down to 50 kilometers an hour. They will try and get you. We're also running plenty early this morning. $16 clicks to our destination. Actually, in my song that I just wrote, we'll see if the line stays or not, but I make fun of the fact that I live in a metric country, but like many songwriters from here, whenever I am giving a unit of distance in a song, I still use miles, because miles and pounds sound better. They're more poetic than kilometers and kilograms, or kilometers, depending on how you pronounce it. however more convenient that system of measure happens to be. And regardless of what Tucker Carlson says. I say that because there was this hilarious section on Tucker Carlson's show that I saw on the internet where he's basically just teeing off on the metric system, and it's hilarious. It is. And for any of you that aren't familiar with the metric system, which I'm sure you are, so this is probably a stupid thing to talk about, the whole thing's based on divisions of 10. And when it comes to temperature, water freezes at 0, it boils at 100. It's convenient. Makes sense. Here in Canada, we do use the metric system almost exclusively, except that most of us still know our weight primarily in pounds and our height in feet and inches. So anyone who tells you that we're, completely converted here in Canada, it's not true, I don't think. When there's sport in Canada, they will, official like Olympic sports and whatnot, they will normally do measure or weigh into kilos, but so it happens on these rides, man. My mind just gets erased by the beautiful scenery, and I just talk about stupid shit. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna keep rolling, but I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. And I usually like to film my footage without having a windshield in front of me, but it is chilly and we have a lot of riding to do today. So when you're putting a lot of miles on, see, there I go again. The shield helps a lot with fatigue, and if you're going to have sketchy weather, helps keep you somewhat drier in rain. So I'm all about the windshield. I'd love to have a fairing, like a road glide or something, but I also like the option of just taking this off completely. When I'm home, typically that's how I roll. It is almost time to wind this down. Hopefully I got the footage from the ferry crossing in Tadoussac I can throw in here. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And we're just getting started. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. No, I downshifted and I would regret that. Would let out the clutch. I am noticing that the case and the basically the bolt that you use to attach the camera is catching on my shoulder, on the vent of my my jacket. So that is a problem to which I require a solution soon. Perhaps on the boat. Anyway, here we are. Yeah. What is going on, friends? It's Colin, and I'm on a boat. We have successfully boarded the ferry at Saint Simeon. We're on our way to Rivière-du-Loup. A bit of deja vu if you watch all my videos here on YouTube. This is where I finished my tour vlogging in November. I think the last footage I took was out on this exact same boat. So we did just a quick ride this morning from La Malbaie to Saint Simeon, which I did document and was probably at the front end of this video. So if you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. And that's probably going to be it for today, because again, I'm selfish and this weekend is about me, and we're going to ride through some scenic routes home in New Brunswick, and I'm going to be listening to some excellent music. So I think in my lost footage from yesterday I was talking about what I was listening to, and I always throw some stuff like Jason Isbell and whatnot in my set list or my playlist. I was listening to the Lost Dog Street Band, which is bluegrassy, like punk, ethic kind of bluegrass, really awesome stuff. I highly recommend you check it out. And I've been hooked on this album by an artist named Tomberlin, and I'll put links in the description here on YouTube to their Spotify, as well as Awoke. Awesome albums. I had 2 of them on loop, on repeat yesterday as we drove through the fjords around the Saguenay River. It was a beautiful day, and it's another beautiful day today. There's some storm clouds in the other direction, but we're going to miss it. And yeah, we're just making the way home. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Cheers.